For our second exercise, what I'd like you to do is find the email with the most number of words. So this is after cleaning, right? In this challenge, I'd like you to print out the number of words in the longest email, that is after cleaning and stemming. And I'd like you to note the longest email's position in the list of cleaned emails. Also, print out the stemmed list of words in the longest email and print out the longest email from the data frame. I'll give you a few seconds to pause the video and give this a go. If you want a hint, use the length function, len, and practice the Python list comprehension. All right, so here's the solution. One way to do this is to use a for loop. Yeah, classic. In this case, we would create an empty list, say clean email underscore lengths, which is going to hold on to the number of characters in each email. So an empty list is created with an empty pair of square brackets, and then we write our for loop. So for sublist in stemmed nested list. This is where we've stored all our email bodies, right? This is what we can iterate over and check the number of characters. And we can check the number of characters with the len function. So len parentheses sublist will check for the number of characters. But what we actually want to do with these number of characters is we want to append them to our empty list up here as the loop runs. So it'd be clean email underscore lengths dot append parentheses len parentheses sublist and then two closing parentheses. Let's take a look at what this looks like. So I hit Shift Enter and then maybe print my clean email lengths. What I can see here is that the first email has 50 characters, after stemming and after removing stopwords, that is. The next one has 80 characters, the next one has 92. So this seems to work. But one thing we can do is, instead of using this for loop, we can also do it in a very Python way. We can use Python list comprehension, right? If we want to do it this way, we can take our clean email lengths variable and simply set that equal to the result of the Python list comprehension. The bit that we want to append, of course, is len parentheses sublist, and the for loop would go inside these parentheses. So for sublist in stemmed nested list. This is how we can do it in the Python list comprehension way. To print out the number of words in the longest email, how would we do it? Well, there's a Python function for finding the largest value in a list, and that's the max function. Max clean email lengths will give us the largest value in this list. In this case, the largest value is 7,661. These are the number of characters in the longest email. In terms of where this email is, in terms of its position, you would have had to do a little bit of Googling, right? You would have had to find the position of this value, 7,661, in the clean email lengths list. So the email position in the list and also the data frame, because they match, right, is going to be found at np.argmax parentheses clean email lengths. So NumPy has a handy function called argmax, which will give us the location of the largest value in this list. So figuring this out was the second part of the challenge, if you will. Now this isn't the only way, and if you have another favorite way that you solve this problem, please share it in the comments below this lesson, and I'd be curious to have a read and find out how you solve this problem. So let me hit Shift-Enter to find out where this email is. It's at position 5401. Bringing up the list of words in this email should be fairly simple, because all I have to do is feed this value into the square brackets for my stemmed nested list. So np.argmax parentheses clean email lengths will show me what the words are that are in this list. So this is 5,600 odd words long. Now, what about pulling out the original email from the data frame? In this case, I would use data.at because I know exactly which document ID we're going to supply, namely np.argmax parentheses clean email lengths. So this is for the row name, right? Row location would be I@, but row name would be at. But we've handily named our rows after integers, so we can do it this way. But for the column, because we don't want the entire row, we'll just supply the name of the column after the comma. So it'll be message. And this is it. This is the original email after removing the header. So you can see it's quite long. Brilliant. So I hope you solve this challenge on your own, and this solution was helpful in comparing your code with mine. In the next lessons, we're going to go back to working a bit more with our data frames. I'll see you there.